สวัสดีครับวันนี้รายการ Human Ride จักรยานมาดานใจเรามากันที่จังหวัดเชียงใหม่เพื่อพบกับนิโคลัสมาเงียนอดีตทหารผ่านศึกผู้เจ็บปวดและมีบาดแผลจากสงครามนิโคลัสมาเงียเป็นชาวแคนาดาพี่ชายเขาเป็นนักจักรยานชื่อดังนั่นทำให้เขาได้ความรักจักรยานมาจากพี่ชายพอถึงช่วงต้องเลือกทางชีวิตเขาเลือกรับราชการทหารโชคไม่ค่อยดีตรงที่เกิดสงครามในอัฟกานิสถานเขาประสบอุบัติเหตุขาซ้ายของเขาเกือบขาดนิโคลัสไม่สามารถใช้ขาทำอะไรได้ขาเขาไม่มีแรงแล้วก็ทุกครั้งที่เขาเดินเขาก็เจ็บแต่ว่าเมื่อไหร่ก็ตามเขาเพื่อปั่นจักรยานเขาจะรู้สึกว่าเขาไม่เจ็บแล้วสามารถใช้กล้ามเนื้อส่วนนี้ได้ปัจจุบันเขาเป็นนักแข่งจักรยานผู้หลงรักภูเขาการแข่งขันและความเจ็บปวด
Said she doesn't like sugar, so why'd you say the sweetness makes the lover? And then you told her she reminds you of your mother. And she doesn't like butter, so why'd you slime around under those covers, melting through her hands and down the gutter?
Hi Nick.
Hey, hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
Well, I tried to set up my rear derailleur.
After practice, did you have to do it every day?
The problem is I change the wheels very often, so when you change the wheel, you have to tune it again every time. Every time.
And where did you learn this skill from?
Little by little.
Yeah.
Little by little, and at the end I was quite good, so I worked before I left Canada. My brother has a store. I started to assemble the bike. Then I came here and I did my workshop. Not complete yet. I have to work on the decoration.
Yeah, you have trophy more than your bike. When you start to cycling?
The first time I've really started cycling, I was like 18 years old. This is like 20 years ago.
20. That means you cycling before you joined the army?
Oh yeah. The moment I joined army, it was becoming a bit more serious.
Yeah.
I mean, in my 13 years in the army,
Yeah.
I rode the same amount of kilometer I rode last year. This is not the same thing.
You joined army 13 years.
I stayed in the army for 13 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
That means you decided to join the army by yourself?
Yeah. In my country, it's only professional. You go if you want. You don't want, you don't go. I like to physical work, you know, and I need to be challenged. And it's very difficult for me to sit every day doing the same thing. So I need a bit more. So I thought, yeah, the army is right for me.
And what happened to your life?
Well, I joined army like in 1998. And then at the time, the world was pretty much in peace. And then everyone knew what happened after that. I saw on TV, like everyone on the planet, the crash, the plane crashing the tower. And then I thought, oh, I think our lives are gonna change soon. after that. I was on combat operation. Everything was doing quite well. The fighting was almost done. I mean, the Taliban were running away. Suddenly, we just hit a mine, a landmine, but I mean, an anti-tank mine. Blew up our truck, our tank, and then, yeah, my life changed that moment. My legs, they were all broken. They didn't know if I could lose or keep my legs at the moment. They told me, we thought we should cut your right foot because we don't think there's something to do with it. Some doctors thought, we should give him a chance.
Yeah.
And they told me there were 5 doctors. two of them said we cut.
Yeah.
And 3 of them says, I'm not sure. So I had not a word to say because I was, asleep on the stretcher. You see this one? The bone came out, the heel, so that's why they thought they would cut the foot here because it's broken in the articulation. The surgery by here. From there to there, there are about 15 screws. I thought I lost my left leg because the left leg for me looked worse than my right foot. After that, I think it was more about luck than anything else because infection, is you get it or you don't get it. It didn't get infected. And then I started to do rehabilitation. And it took 10 surgery to rebuild my leg.
You mean 10 times?
10 times I had to go to the surgery room. And then after that, it was trying to walk. And the thing is, at home, I had a bike like this with a home trainer.
Yeah.
And even if my leg were broken and I couldn't stand on them, so I had my wheelchair and I had a table.
Yeah.
And then I was climbing on the table, from the table, climbing on the bike, and spin a bit. And then I realized, when I cycle, it gives me, I start feeling better. The blood is going to the legs.
Yeah.
The legs, you gain, like, if the French word is souplesse, you're not so stiff anymore.
It's like a bicycle therapy.
Yeah, bicycle therapy.
Bicycle is like your friend and your
It's
hope and your everything.
It's everything for me because it's what saved me. Because without this, I think I would have become like depressed. And it gives me like a reason to keep going day after day. Like you go to the mountain, you climb the mountain every day. Every time is a small achievement. So every day can still achieve something.
So you moved to Chiang Mai in Thailand.
Yeah.
As a cyclist.
As a cyclist, I came to Thailand. I was cycling,
Yeah.
but not racing.
Yeah.
And then I met my friend Visud, and they took me to Tour of Lana, and then I started racing, and then I never stopped after that. I become totally addicted to race a bike.
เขาเป็นนักรบผ่านสมรภูมิมาแล้วชีวิตนี้เรียกว่าตายไปแล้วเกิดใหม่นะครับพอเขากลับมาฟื้นจากความตายนั้นเขาอยากทำอะไรก็ทำได้เต็มที่แล้วสนุกไปกับชีวิตแต่ว่าสิ่งที่เขาเลือกสนุกเนี่ยกลับไม่ใช่ไปทางอื่นกลับมาเป็นขี่จักรยานกับพวกเรานะครับ
I
You got a lot of trophy. What kind of trophy?
Yeah, when I got more than that exactly. But I just keep my favorite one. You got the Tour of Lana 2010 from Pre, Nam, Payao, Chiang Rai. And one of those was my first race, and I won it.
Yeah.
So I was impressed. And then there's the Tour of Friendship in Bangkok,
Yeah.
which more international. And like this is the race in Chiang Mai last year,
Yeah.
where I finished third, but I still keep the trophy because the level was very high. So this one is like my most precious, even if it's not a victory, because it was the highest level for me.
นิกเป็นนักปั่นจักรยานที่มีความคิดให้กับส่วนรวมมากกว่าส่วนตัวถ้าขี่ทีมเดียวกันเนี่ยเขาเรียกว่าสู้ถวายหัวเนี่ยทำยังไงก็ได้ส่งเพื่อนเข้าเส้นชัยเนี่ยนิกสามารถทำได้แบบ 100% โดยที่แบบคำว่าเห็นแก่ตัวนี่ไม่มีเลยเขาจะเป็นประเภทที่ว่าถ้าหนีมาถึงหน้าเส้นแล้วเนี่ยถ้ามีคนมาด้วยเนี่ยให้คนอื่นเข้าจริงๆแกเอาก็ได้นะครับแต่แกไม่เอาก็แกบอกว่าไม่เป็นไรมิตรภาพสำคัญกว่าเข็นเข้าเส้นครับ
And what does this trophy mean to you?
For me, it just remind me that if you work hard, it pays off, you get reward for it. If you give 100% of yourself in something, then it comes back. Somehow it will.
ทุกวันนี้นิกซ้อมจักรยานเป็นอาชีพครับถึงแม้เขาจะเป็นนักปั่นธรรมดาเนี่ยแต่เขาก็ซ้อมทุกวันซ้อมอย่างเข้มข้นมีตารางซ้อมที่ชัดเจนเขาบอกว่าทุกวันนี้เขาซ้อม2แบบคือตอนเช้าซ้อมคนเดียวตอนเย็นซ้อมเป็นกลุ่มแต่ว่าการซ้อมคนเดียวเนี่ยเขาบอกว่าได้พลังมากกว่าได้ทักษะมากกว่าเพราะว่าเขารู้ว่าตัวเองกำลังขาดอะไรอยู่นั่นทำให้เขาสามารถเพิ่มทักษะในส่วนที่เขายังขาดอยู่ได้อย่างตรงจุดนะฮะนิโคลัสเป็นคนที่ชอบภูเขามากๆเขาเห็นภูเขาเขาก็ต้องขึ้นเขาบอกว่ายิ่งเหนื่อยก็ยิ่งมีความสุขถ้าอยากเจอนิกถ้าอยากเจอเขาผมว่าก็ควรเจอกันบนเขาแหละครับเพราะฉะนั้นผมคิดว่าถ้าอยากเจอนิกวันนี้ไปขึ้นเขากับเขาดีกว่า Nick, where are we now?
Well, Montchem, if my pronunciation is all right.
Yeah. Montchem.
Montchem,
Yeah.
okay.
And why this place is so special for you?
Well, I like to come here because I feel like very, very far from the city. And actually, we're not so far. We're about to cycle, take about an hour to come here. I like to come here, it makes me relax, and I feel in peace, here. And it's very beautiful.
And how about the road?
Well, the road is very steep to come here. When you reach the summit, I mean, you deserve a break. So it's quite a fight to come here.
And why you love to climb mountain?
I think I probably love pain. Because it is painful, actually. Lance Armstrong said once, I love pain when it comes to an end. So it's a bit like this, you climb, you suffer. When you suffer,
Yeah.
you stop thinking. So you're in peace with yourself, You're very close to something I can't describe. And it for sure produces endorphin in your brain. So the feeling after the pain is incredible, you know.
So for you, what is the meaning of the mountain or the hill?
It's a bit mystic. You know, you see now the fog is coming. You feel like in your other dimension, you know, on another planet. Something you can't touch, something you can't describe. That gives me great satisfaction, I have to say.
I used to climb those stairs once in my lifetime. And when I finish, it's like, wow, I did it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But I don't have like a inspiration to come again tomorrow. For you, how you can do it again every day?
Well, it's a big mystery. I think I'm just addicted to pain, addicted to cycling. I just have this little voice, you know, go again, go again. It's a feeling of freedom, I think.
Why you select to stay in
Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
For cycling, I think Chiang Mai is probably the best place, and there's a lot of expats, a lot of foreign who lives here, and for some reason they pick Chiang Mai because of the roads, because the cycling possibilities around here. And once you come here and you meet the other cyclists, there's a strong community, and they used to train together, so I think once you come here, you don't go back. It's just too nice.
How many mountains in Chiang Mai that you conquer?
Well, pretty much all of them. And if there's one that I didn't conquer, then tell me where I will go. Just because I don't know where.
And how about your leg? This is okay to climb the big mountain?
My legs are better for cycling than for walking. If I stand, if I work in the garden, I'm good for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I need a cane, but if I cycle, for some reason, the way my legs are working, I can stay a complete day on the bike. I mean, cycle for 5 hours is less stress than standing for 30 minutes.
But is it like a disadvantage in your competition?
The fact that I went through a lot of hard work to get where I am today. You know, I started in a bed, then I moved to a wheelchair, then to crouches, and for months, you know, I was suffering, and where the progress would stop. And I think it gave me some kind of inner strength. When we race and when things become very serious, when it's very painful, and where the difference are not the legs anymore, but more the mental, I think I have a small advantage on other riders.
Do you like competition?
Yeah, I like it. I was in the army. In the army, there's always some kind of competition. For me, I don't like to fight with people. I like to jump higher, run faster, you know. I just like to push the limits, push the limit. You know, you have to fight with yourself. There's no one to fight with. You know, this is a battle against you, against yourself, against pain, against... But I had goals. And each time I reach my goal, then set another one, and another one.
Your goal is to compete yourself or compete with other competitors?
You know, at first, the first goal were just to walk. My first goal was I will walk in 8 months, for example. Then once I walk, okay, I start cycling, and then I thought, okay, now I have to cycle. I have to do 50 kilometers, then 100 kilometers. And then my uncle told me, hey, Nick, we're going to the Pyrenees in France. There's a very famous climb there where the Tour de France mostly stop every year is the Tourmalet. And then I thought, okay, I want to reach the summit of the Tourmalet without putting a foot on the ground, you know? I have to do it one shot. And then I did it. And then it's like, wow, I can do that. The goal was not speed, it was just to make it happen. This was 1 year after the accident. What is amazing is the doctor told me a year to a year and a half before you can walk. I thought, I think I can make it happen faster.
And which tournament that you want to join the most? Your biggest dream?
Well, at this point, my biggest dream would be to go to Canada and fight for Canadian Championship.
Why?
But because I'm Canadian first, and it's like the highest title you can get to win the country title. And they have age category. So sure, they are the Canadian title for the professional, which is not for me. But you can have the title for the 30, 40 age category. This is my dream. This is something I'm working on it.
การแข่งจักรยานรุ่นประชาชนนั้นนะครับเขาจะแบ่งเป็นอายุนะฮะคืออายุ 30 ถึง 39 40 ถึง 49 นะครับแต่ละช่วงมันก็มีเรียกว่าพลังของนักแข่งต่างกันออกไปนี่เขาบอกว่าตอนนี้เขาอายุ 38 แล้วล่ะนี่ก็มีความฝันว่าเขาอยากคว้าแชมป์แคนาดาให้ได้ภายในปีหน้าคืออายุอยู่ในช่วงของ 39 นะครับเพราะเขาบอกว่าแชมป์รุ่น 40 ปีเป็นรุ่นคนแก่แต่แชมป์รุ่น 30 ถึง 39 เป็นแชมป์คนหนุ่มซึ่งมีพลังกว่ายากกว่าเขาก็เลยชอบมันมากกว่า And what pain give or teach you?
Is you learn to let it go. You know, after a while, there's nothing you can do. So you let it go. And I think after that, when things are going bad and worse, and there's a point where you have to say, okay, I mean, it could be worse than that. I've seen worse than that. So just let it go. You know, things will get better later. It teaches you how to cool down. You know, when you think it's so terrible, exactly, it may be not so terrible.
Thank you. นี่คืออีกหนึ่งแรงบันดาลใจในการใช้จักรยานจากนิโคลัส มาเงียกลับมาพบกับรายการ Human Rights จักรยานบันดาลใจได้ใหม่ในสัปดาห์หน้าวันนี้สวัสดีครับ